Again, a warm welcome and good evening. Warm welcome to Heart with Preeti. This is an Instagram live talk show wherein we have people from different walks of life who are inspiring people to grow, who are inspiring people to live a truly abundant and a blessed life. And in this series of Heart with Preeti, our today's guest is Shalini Juneja. She is a life coach. She is also a leadership coach, helping business owners, and a performance coach, helping executives to increase their productivity and raise their performance bar. She also uses NLP techniques to help them do this, and she is also a TEDx speaker. And we are super excited to have Shalini on our live talk show today evening. On the live talk show, and yes, if you have any questions with regards to your performance as to how can you increase your productivity, how can you increase your performance, please drop in your questions and we'll be super happy to answer your queries towards the end. She has helped many people improve their performance and does increase their productivity. Shalini, can you join in now? I can see you have turned on the video. I'm glad this glitch is sorted now. Super excited to. I can't see you viewers, but I can hear you. Viewers, can you see both of us? Please drop in a yes if you can see both of us. Though on my part, I can't see Shalini, but yes, I can hear her. So please drop in a yes if you can see both of us and hear both of us.
I can only see myself now.
I can see you on the different device, Shalini. That means it's good to go, and both of us are visible on the screen. So once I'll end the conversation, you would be visible, and I would also be visible. So now
Okay.
I can't. Yeah, you are there now on the screen. Yes.
Okay, but
So
I can't see you.
then you have to assume my picture on the screen because by great difficulty you could join in. Now let's go with the flow. Is that okay, or you want to retry the joining part?
No, it's okay. I'm fine because we have been struggling a lot to be
Yeah,
there
because
together.
we could join in the third time. You could join in the third time today, not on the first two. So let's not break the flow now.
Sure,
Warm
sure.
welcome, Shalini, on Heart to Heart with Preeti. I'm super excited to have you on this show. We are looking forward to taking lots of productivity secrets from you so that our viewers, we all increase our performance and raise that productivity bar. So let's get deep diving into exploring your topic. The first and the foremost, what brings you to be a leadership coach? I'm excited to know that.
Okay, so first of all, thank you so much, Preeti, for having me here. And I'm equally excited, to just be here on your heart to heart talk since the name is very, very exciting, heart to heart. So, I really cannot say what really inspired me to be a leadership coach, but yes, I do believe that in our lives, in every areas, no matter that whether we are working with corporate only, then only you are a leader, or so you can be a leader just anywhere in any aspect of your life, and wherever you are, you need to lead. I usually say that, don't deal with it. Life is to lead. Okay. So I
Absolutely
think that
correct.
is something I truly believe in, that one needs to lead ahead. So that is something that makes you a leader. So I am here into this zone of becoming a leadership coach.
Absolutely, absolutely. So life is not to live, but to lead is a message from Shalini Juneja. Take that down and start leading your life instead of just living it. Shalini, the second question, you mentioned that, while we were having a conversation offline, you shared with me that you are also a performance coach for executives. So, can you help our viewers know a few top line two, three secrets which, they can implement and increase their performance and thus raise their productivity bar? I'm sure few viewers of ours would love to know how can they improve their performance.
So I tell you that, I've been working with a lot of people, and whenever it comes to performance, I think we all must have noticed that a lot of time when you are, not feeling good, or you are in some negative zone, or you are maybe feeling low in your energy, and you just don't feel like working, right? Many people shared with us, I just don't feel like doing it. So basically, it is more or less related to your state of mind, what kind of mind state you are into. And sometimes when you are in a good state of mind, you really want to work more, you take more actions, you do better things. And anyways, if you are, whenever you are, being mindful and you are thinking in a different way, you are getting more ideas. And when you are just stuck with few, negative conversations, then we say that, oh, my mind is just getting blank and I'm not getting any ideas. When you're frustrated, when you are tired, so one really needs to understand that what is the difference when I am being productive, when I'm not being productive. How you can just be more aware about your own self, your own body language, your own thoughts and thinking, and find out that what is the state I am into. And one really
Right.
needs to practice the mindful state to be more productive, right? So these are the
Absolutely.
few things that we can just always think about it whenever you are just not feeling like working. So what are the thoughts which are coming in your mind right now, and how are you feeling in your body, what is the energy level? And then just you can just change it by changing your state of mind. So when you are in the best state of mind, you're always more productive. So I always help my client in being that kind of state most of the time, so that they can be more productive.
Absolutely. So, viewers, it is your state of mind, your mindfulness that is directly proportional to your productivity. So, let's say if you're working on some project, if you're working on some Excel sheet, or you're working on some presentation, and you during the presentation you all of a sudden feel that nahi mujhse nahi ho pa raha hai, ya mujhse numbers crunch nahi ho pa rahe hain. If you feel that, go and take a short break, recharge yourself, give yourself that ease out space, that zone wherein your mind can relax for few moments and then bounce back to work. Is that a right approach, Shalini?
Absolutely. And sometimes, when you know that I am just stuck here and I'm just not able to move ahead. And then always ask yourself, this question, that why am I feeling this way? Okay. I'm sure
Correct.
you get the answer. When you ask yourself certain questions, you really get to know the answers. But usually we really don't think in that way. We say, oh, I'm not feeling well. Acha, mera mood kharab hai. I just don't know why I'm upset. I don't know. We all know basically. It is just that we don't ask ourselves mindfully that what is there which is not making me feel good about it. And then you can work
Correct.
on
Absolutely, absolutely. And Shalini, this is, observed many a times when you rightly said it regards to the presence of mind, the mindfulness, wherein if the mind is not at ease, that productivity definitely goes for a toss. So now that leads to another question. Let's say if somebody is at an office and in, let's say, half an hour's time he has a board presentation. So in that situation, how can a person be mentally relaxed? I mean, few tips that a person can put to practice in such a critical situation.
it. Okay. So though I can't see you right now, and the question that you've asked me is really, I really want to see you right now to ask certain questions so that can be very, very
That's an
visible and
Instagram
practical,
glitch, Shalini.
right?
That's an
Yeah.
Instagram glitch. I'm sorry, I can't address
So,
that.
so that's okay. But then, I really, I think others can see you. Okay. So the
Absolutely, both
point
of
is,
us are visible.
right.
Yes.
So the point is, if I ask you about any particular, time of your life when you were not feeling good about things, okay, and few things where you were struggling or dealing hard, right, in your life, and when you just think of all those times, how do you feel?
Just a phase that went off. That's it. I mean, a
Are you
phase came in and that went off.
right? And whenever you're feeling of any difficulties of your life, that oh, that was a really a tough time, and how I was dealing with all of it, and suddenly you actually go back into the same zone, okay, and you
Mhm.
start to feel like similar kind of energy in your body, right? If you are just, if does it making sense to you?
Absolutely, it is. It
Yeah.
is.
And if I'm asking you a different question of, any particular time when you were so happy, if I ask you, Preeti, how did you feel when you had your first baby, or how did you feel when you really, met your life partner, or how did you feel when you got your first job, right, or the first increment, or any success story of yours? And if I'm
Correct.
asking you that question, how would you feel?
Absolutely. A bliss.
A bliss, right?
Correct.
And
Correct.
you really go back into the same zone, and you start to tell me that, oh, Shalini, it felt so good when I had my first baby, because you start to live that moment again. Okay. So,
Correct.
because in our mind, we really have all the videos and recordings and pictures and memories and, different, shapes. So whenever you really want to feel good, you can use, these are the NLP techniques basically, that you can really go back to the zone where you really felt good, and you can
Okay.
just, your body and your everything will really, become different. And when you know that now I'm in the best mindset, in the best zone, and then become relaxed and calm and think of what you really need to do right now. Till the time you are into the negative zone, into that, you're feeling low in the energy, and you really try to work hard on any of the project that you have to do, you would not be able to do.
Got
That's how we
it.
humans are. Okay. This is something
Got
very
it.
natural, but we keep, struggling with it, because very few people know that these are the, very, very deep NLP techniques that we use with the clients, and we make them understand how it is, completely related to your state of mind, and one can be in any state of mind at any point of time if you really practice it.
It's said now that how you respond to anything is in your control. I mean, reactions are not in your controls, but how you're responding, and your response decides your state of mind. Is that correct, Shalini?
your you actually respond, or you react as per your state of mind. So if you are in a bad state of mind, you will react in a different, in a weird way only. Okay. So for that, it is very important for a person to really take care of the mindfulness, that how mindful you can be all the time, not
Mhm.
that, when I will need it. This is the practice only. If you
Being,
really think that, when I will need, I will be mindful, then it's
it
like, it's
won't
not
come in
that
at
good.
that time. It won't come in at that point of time then.
Absolutely, because your body hasn't done enough practice of being mindful and aware, right? So it is all
Correct.
about practice. Like the way we look at the national flag, and suddenly you start to feel so patriotic, right?
Uh-huh.
So because that is there in our psyche, it is like embedded that way. Because
Embedded.
ever since
Yes.
from our childhood, whenever you've been shown the national flag, you had the feeling of, patriotism. And today also,
Absolutely.
after so many years, when you feel national flag, suddenly you have a different, way of giving respect to your national flag, and you feel so patriotic. So this is the way how you can practice a
Very
particular
well
day
brought
as well.
in. Very well brought in, Shalini. So, other than, and viewers, if you have your specific questions with regards to productivity, please feel free to put them in the chat box. We'll be taking them. So, Shalini, my next question is mindfulness. You said is one of the way to, increase your performance or to increase the productivity. What else beside mindfulness? Because mindfulness, to an extent, is an inner game. So, beyond mindfulness, what is something else that we can put to practice?
See, one more thing that I would really like to share here, that most of sometimes it happens that people say that, oh, I'm so stuck, I'm feeling so weird, I really am not able to think anything good at this point of time. So your body and mind are the part of same system. Okay, it's like one. Whatever is going on in your mind, in your thoughts and thinking, will reflect in your body language. Similarly,
Correct.
how your body language is will reflect in your thoughts and thinking. So in that case, what you can do is, most of the time when you are in some negative thoughts, and then you just, your shoulders down, you're slouching, and you are just lying here and there kind of, if you really start to work on your body, I mean, you sit properly with your spine erect, with your shoulders up, with your chin up, and suddenly you start to feel kind of confident in your mind as well. So your
Correct.
body language, how you are carrying yourself, also reflects in your mind, in your thoughts and thinking. So if not this way, you can do it the other way around. People do yoga. Okay, why do they do it? Because where, how you're sitting with your posture, with your spine erect, in when you're practicing all those things in your, like the physical state of your body, and then it is reflecting in your, suddenly you are becoming very mindful, and your thoughts and thinking are really turning as like very positive. So these are the
Mhm.
practices that one can do.
Nice. So mindfulness is one. Second, being physically active or maintaining the right body postures. Now, Shalini, moving on from the executive or the performance coaching which you shared, help our viewers because few of us are from the this thing coaching fraternity. The viewers here help us understand how as coaches you can guide them with your leadership coaching.
See, as I always say, they that coaching is all about being mindful and being aware. It starts from there. Most of the time when I meet so many clients, and then they only know what they're dealing with, right? But they really do
Mhm.
not know what they need, what they what is something that they are lacking. They just know that I'm just not able to do this, but why they are not able to do this, very few people have the answer. Usually they don't. So
Mhm.
when the first thing that as a coach what we do is that when we are actually being partner with the client, and we raise their awareness. Coaching, a lot of people, I also really like to use this platform to clarify to a lot of people who think that coaching is counseling. Right?
No,
So
it's not.
it is
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah, it is absolutely not, because in
Uh-huh.
coaching we never advise, we never give suggestions, because coaching is not about giving suggestions and advice that you do this and you do that. We just raise your awareness to an extent that you feel within yourself that, oh, what
This is
do I need
possible.
to do? So the clients, they discover things within themselves. What is the solution to their problems? So it's your problem. How do I have the answer? Right? So the way we all are unique beings, our problems are also unique.
Unique.
So when we as a coach, when we raise awareness to an extent where you discover as a client that, oh, what am I not doing? Okay, or what do I really need to do? So that becomes like an eye opener thing, and there your transformation lies there in your own discovery. in your own insights. It's not like
Right.
when somebody tells you that, oh, you go and do this. Okay, it may work for you, it may not work for you. So that is why coaching is like a, it goes with you in like lifelong. It stays with
Mhm.
you. Your transformation stays with
And it's rightly said that it is, a kind of revelation also that we help the one who come and avail our coaching services. It's kind of a revelation also that we help them with. So, how much do you agree with that? I mean, being a transformation, being a catalyst to those who are coming for your guidance, how do you sync with that thought?
you. I just don't get the question. Can you come again?
My question is that it is generally perceived that coaching is also a form of a revelation or, being a catalyst in transforming somebody. Whoever is
Mhm.
coming to you for your services, let's say you mentioned regarding leadership coaching. So, how relevant do you think is transformation when it comes to your part as a leadership coach?
See, transformation, you know, I have seen many transformations like in front of my eyes. I've seen people doing, such different things. People who really give up at, one point of, at a time in their lives, and then suddenly they rejuvenate, and then they really restart, and the transformation is so visible that you really can't deny it. Nobody can deny it. But the point is, as a coach, I believe that, we coaches are like partners to the client. I really don't see, I mean, we don't say that I guide you or I, advise you. There's nothing like superiority kind of a thing. But being a
Mhm.
partner, somebody who's listening to you, because, and nowadays you hardly find people who can really listen to you. And then you are just helping them gradually, slowly, and they're just being more aware, more mindful, and with, of course, with certain kind of tools that we use through NLP, the neuro linguistic programming, and the coaching framework. We really make them discover what they are not able to discover by themselves, because that's how human beings are. I mean, if I am stuck in a loop in any particular situation in my life, and
Mhm.
then I might not be able to see what am I not doing, and I may need somebody who can really see through. It's like I always say that a coach is like a camera. Okay, a camera on you, and a
Right.
camera can capture everything. A camera can see your actions, right? And then
Right,
when
right.
you see your own recording, and you realize suddenly that, oh, who's this person? This is not me, you know.
Uh-huh.
And then
Correct.
that gives you a very big shock that, oh, this is not
Uh-huh.
me, that's not who I am. Okay,
Right.
and from there only you start to take bigger actions, maybe, and then maybe you can be inspired or motivated, whatever word you want to give it to. Okay, and then you really want to transform the areas.
Hmm.
So a coach really, I relate to, coaches like this only. That coach is like a camera. Camera doesn't tell you what to do, okay, but the
Right.
camera will show you your own
Capture.
reflection. See how are you looking. So,
Uh-huh.
and that is the major thing in a in coaching. So
Coaching.
that's how
Absolutely.
we transform so many people, or they
Mhm.
get transformed. Right? What
Absolutely.
we do in
Absolutely.
that, but
So,
they only.
I when we were having conversation, Shalini, you mentioned regarding NLP. So, what are few tips that you can give to anybody here? I mean, be it a coach, be it a business person, or for that matter, be it an executive, I mean, a corporate work employee. What NLP practices would you recommend on this show to our viewers that they can put to practice irrespective of their work profile?
See, NLP, it is something that we do in our day-to-day life. It is just that
Mm-hmm.
we don't know. We are just not aware. Okay. NLP. So it is like, for people who really do not know, I would like to tell them NLP is like neuro linguistic programming. So
Programming, yeah.
it is about the brain patterns. So we all are kind of programmed in a certain way. and we take actions in a certain way. You all will agree with me that in a particular situation we behave in a particular way. So when somebody shouts at you, then you feel triggered. Okay, then somebody will reply in the same way. People shout when you feel angry, when you feel frustrated, somebody will shout, somebody will become quiet, somebody will not answer, that you give a silent treatment to others. So we all have our different ways because we are programmed in that particular way. And this programming is like a since you it's like by birth, when you are just
Correct.
on, and gradually with your environment, with people around, with everything, the way you got the treatment, and it becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. Now these patterns at one point of time it becomes so strong that even if you want to change it, you are just not able to. Like so many of us say that I would like to wake up 5 a.m. in the morning, go on a walk, right, do my exercises and yoga. But then how many of us are really able to do that? Yeah. Or when
Right.
we really want to lose weight, we say, oh, I would cut my calories, I would not eat fried, no sweet. But whenever we look at chola bhaturas, we forget everything. So that is that is the programming, that it comes with your belief system, the kind of values that you have. So NLP is, something. So some patterns are, maybe they can be good for us, like productive patterns, and some patterns may not be good for us, like unproductive patterns. So the kind of work that we do, so we just delete the unproductive patterns and recreate the productive patterns in the client's mind. So that's like in your subconscious, which is like only coaches, like somebody who's an expert in NLP can do. You yourself cannot do. But what you can do is that if you really you get stuck in something that, oh, I'm just not able to do that, then you can just notice your patterns. Okay, if you shout when you are angry, notice it. Okay, the first step of every transformation is awareness. If you are
Correct.
aware about something, then you can change it. If you are not even aware of it, a lot of people may deny, no, I never shout. Right, even if they do. So
Uh-huh.
when you know and you see that you really need to change it, and then you can probably work on it.
Right, right. So first is awareness, you said, Shalini. I mean,
Yes.
getting aware of what are the patterns that somebody practices.
Yes.
Step two could be,
The first thing is that you really need to check with your patterns, what are the patterns that you have created over the period. Okay, and
correct.
second part is that the question that I always ask my client, that how committed are you to change it, right?
Very important one, because until and unless they have their dedication or commitment to work
Absolutely.
upon their own themselves, the results won't be there.
If you are not committed to change it, because something, when you realize that this thing is coming into my growth, okay, this is something, this behavior of mine is really stopping me to move ahead. Okay, and then only you probably think of changing it. But then the question comes that how committed are you to really change it? If you are comfortable, because then you have to get into the uncomfortable zone. Okay, because if shouting is my comfort and I get my work done by shouting, then I would shout. That is an easy task for me. But if I
Correct.
really choose not to shout and stay calm and polite with people, they might not listen to you quickly. So you really have to work more with them. But if you are very committed, then only you can make certain changes. But without commitment, nothing works.
So, tell me something, Shalini. I mean, you rightly said that the commitment level is definitely required. Now, what are the right patterns that can be created to increase anybody's productivity? Keep aside changing the existing patterns. Let's say we want to create a new patterns. So, how is that workable? I mean, how can somebody do that?
See, any pattern that you want to create, Okay, so if you are talking about the new pattern, consider the old one is already there.
Right.
In whatever in whichever area you see. Okay, if you really want to create a new pattern, that means you want to change an old pattern. Okay,
Right.
so first thing is that commitment is very very important. What are the
Mhm.
problems that you are really facing with these old patterns? Okay, you
Mhm.
really need to look at things minutely in the more detailed way. Okay, why do you want to change it? If your why is not clear, then you would not be able to. Okay, no,
Right.
lot of people who come and tell me very, like, I mean, in a very casual way, अरे शालिनी हमको गुस्सा बहुत आता है, क्या करना चाहिए? गुस्सा
Mhm.
करना अच्छा नहीं लगता, क्या करना चाहिए? And even if you tell them 100 things, they would not be able to do it because that is their comfort zone. जब हम गुस्सा करते हैं, shout करते हैं, other people get silent, they do your work quickly. So, this is something which is giving you some kind of juice, right? And then you
Mhm.
really won't change it. The only to create a new pattern, you really need to see what is the issue with the things which I am just dealing with. What are the problems it is creating? How it is coming in my way? If I am a short-tempered person, how it is just stopping my growth? When I just go and shout in my company, in my office, then my employees are not happy with me, my bosses are not happy with me. He doesn't want to give me any appraisal, and this is it becomes a very critical area. I really want to change it. I really want to be a polite person, and then we start to work on the belief system, on the values that you have. So then a lot of things are there that we gradually start to work. So the first thing I always say is the awareness, and then the commitment, and then third is the action. How can you be comfortable in your uncomfortness?
Got that, got that. Being too comfort is also wrong. I mean, being too comfortable is also not the right sign.
Absolutely. So you have to go out of your comfort zone for sure.
Right. Now, Shalini, tell me one thing. Like you also mentioned regarding life coaching. So, based on your vast experience of NLP, your vast experience when it comes to performance coaching and also the leadership coaching, tell me what aspects from those coaching can you put into life coaching and help our viewers?
See, basically, it is all life coaching. Whether you are coaching leaders, or you're coaching executives, or you're coaching some housewives or anybody, it is all about your life. Because these are the things which we were never told. In no school, no college, this education is being provided. How to deal with your emotions, the emotional intelligence that the
Mhm.
word that
EQ
we
level.
use nowadays, right? And how to be mindful. Nobody told us ever how to the relationships, how to maintain the relationships. People really do not know certain things, right? We get so
Mm-hmm.
much stuck in our own lives. So whether it is relationship issues, whether it is, like, a lot of people have issue with themselves only. They are just not happy. They just don't know why, but they're not feeling happy. Even they have best of the jobs, best of the salaries. My husband is very good. Everybody is good, but then I'm not happy. So
Absolutely.
what is there, in the code? What is there that you want to create for your life? What is your goal? So people also have various kinds of goals in their lives, but some of them only can really find out their goals, but not everybody. So life coaching is the base of everything. And how are you able to recognize your belief system, your value system? So one thing I would like to tell you, which is like the crux of it. So we all live by our values, right?
Right.
It
Right.
only looks like, I mean, people can see our actions, okay? But every action is based on the belief systems that we have and the values
Value
which is
system.
there, okay?
Correct.
So
Correct.
you really can't move even like an inch if it is against your value. No
Sure.
matter what kind of lucrative offers do you have in front of you, but if it is against your value system, it can never make you happy, right?
Very well brought
So,
in. Very well brought that point, Shalini.
right.
Absolutely. Viewers, it is your value system that will drive you further. No lucrative offers will drive you. You can pick up offers for a while, but if you want to go far ahead, it is your value system, not these offers, that will drive you further. Thank you, Shalini, for bringing in this point. I really appreciate that. Shalini,
And
there's
people, and just one more thing to add on here, Preeti,
yeah,
that once you recognize your value system, that okay, these are the values I live by, and then you
correct.
just look at your actions that you are doing and just
Mm-hmm.
match with it. Okay, that am I
Right.
taking these actions on the basis of my these values? So do they have, are they in sync with each other? So if they are not in sync, the person will remain unhappy no matter
Right.
what you have.
Very well said, Shalini. Now, Shalini, I'll take you through a rapid fire. We'll have five questions. Yeah, just five questions. And what we'll be doing is I'll be giving you one words, single word as in, and you
Okay.
need to define that word as to what does Shalini mean by that word. As in, what is the definition of that word according to you?
As per me.
Are you good to
Okay.
go? Good to go? Ready, steady, go? Should I start that?
Yes, yes.
So, my first question is productivity.
Productivity, state of mind.
Correct. Very nice. Life.
Life is to live and
Life
to
is
lead.
to life is
Life
to
is
live.
to live
Correct.
and to lead, not to deal.
Got that. Got that. And one word. The next word is Shalini.
Shalini is happiness.
Shalini is what? I didn't get that.
Happiness.
Happiness. Lovely, Shalini. Superb. That is mind blowing. Yes, that's
Be
mind
happy
blowing.
and make everyone happy.
And happiness, absolutely, absolutely. And the next would be coaching. How do you look at
Coaching,
coaching?
coaching is all about awareness and mindfulness.
Awareness and mindfulness.
Awareness and mindfulness.
Got that, got that. And the last one is, how do you look at abundance?
Pardon?
How do you look at abundance?
Abundance is, I
Yes.
think, with a certain, way of being. When you
Uh-huh.
are just being abundant, you
Uh-huh.
attract abundance.
Wow. When you are in a state of being, you attract abundance. Superb, Shalini, superb. Viewers, do you have any questions with regards to life coaching, productivity, performance? Our guest specializes in helping you with productivity and performance coaching. Please put in your questions if you have any. And as I promised at the start of the show, one viewer who answers the question correctly that I'm gonna ask gets a special gift that is there on my story today. So who is ready to get to know what the question is? Type in me to hear the question so that you stand a chance to win this gift on my story. Who is ready to hear the question? Drop in me, and you can also drop in your questions that you have with regards to your performance and productivity. We would love to answer your queries. On a count of five, four, three. Any questions and anybody who wants to participate? Three, two, and the countdown comes to an end. Thank you, viewers. Thank you for tuning in. Shalini, thank you so very much for coming on Heart to Heart with Preeti. It was a pleasure
Thank
to
you.
have you. And viewers, if you have any questions, you can DM Shalini on our Insta handle. She would answer your queries with regards to productivity, the performance coaching, any NLP techniques you would love to know from her. She is also a leadership coach. Feel free to put in your queries. She would answer them. And if you are a woman who's wanting to kickstart her journey of financial independence by building an online digital entrepreneurship, then feel free to reach out to me. Shalini, once again, thank you for coming into
Thank
Heart with
you.
Preeti
Thank
and
you so
enlightening
much,
us.
Preeti. My pleasure.
Thank you, Shalini. Thank you, viewers. See you on the next Saturday, 7 p.m. right here. Thank you. Bye, Shalini.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.